Hello, today we're going to be tying a fly. It's a traditional wet fly. I have the fly right here. Hope you can see that. It's a very good little wet fly. Very good for catching panfish. It's a classic American. Today I have a Mustad $33.99 wet/nymph fly tying hook in a size 10. That's a very good hook. And I just tied on a little 70 denier black thread at the end. Next, select about 15 to 20 Golden Pheasant tippets and make a little bundle, and you're actually going to tie it on the second black bar or little black spot there, and just do 3 or 4 wraps, and then just trim off the butts, and then just tie those down securely with your thread. Okay, next grab some, where'd you go? Siliver Mylar Tinsel in size 12. That is like the medium small. And you notice I cut the end right here. I'm going to tie that with the gold side facing up. And just tie that down. Next, take some good old medium fine silver wire and just tie that in. Tie that in very securely. Then bring your thread up to about an eye's length away from the eye. If you're measuring in millimeters, it's going to be about mil away, 1 mil, maybe 2. And that just gives you a little room to put your wing in your throat. Hackle. So, just tie that off, and I just did touch and turns all the way up. Next, take your silver wire and rib in the opposite direction. The number of wraps is totally up to you. Probably going to use about 5 or 6 wraps. That's what I'm going to use. And this adds a little weight, so hopefully your fly won't float. It also adds durability and a little flash and segmentation, which is all good. Then I just folded the end back. After I trimmed it off with my scissors, I'll just tie that back to really lock that in there. And then I just rotated my vise upside down, and next I selected dyed orange soft hackle. This is a sculpin. It's a small sculpin feather. Any dyed hen or maybe even strun hackle will work. And then I just took a bundle of about 10 fibers. And I'm going to use 2 of these bundles, but I just have 1 right now. And I'm just going to have the tips touch the bend of the hook. And I tie that on the side facing near me. Take my scissors and just trim off right there. Okay. Go over the butts just a little. You don't want to do it too much now. And then from the other side of this is where I stripped them off over here. On this side, this is where I'll strip the other 10 to 15 fibers. And just do that. You know, if need be, you can line up the tips. It should be pretty straight. Then just take that, tie that in right there. I just did about 3 to 4 wraps just to secure them in. And then just work your way. Just tie down those butts securely. Build up just a little thread, and you can see this is a very nice little throw hackle. Next, select matched pair of duck wings or duck feathers from the wings, and I just cut a little swath of that, or a little section of quill. This is just a natural brown. This is actually from the upper part of the feather, so it's just a little darker, which personally I like. Just tie that down right there and form just a little wing. And if you notice, I applied a lot of pressure so this flares out, and I did about 3 or 4 wraps right on top of each other. The key is so I'm right on top of each other like you would tying a glow bug egg, and just hold your wing in place while you finish up your head right here. This is just going to make sure, while you're applying more tension and making your head a little neater, that the wing will stay in the same place. After you do that, just do a couple whip finishes. Uh-oh, I got mine stuck on the eye. Here we go. That's a problem of having lately. And do a little lazy whip finish. Then after your second one, just break your thread right off. Next, simply apply some head cement. I'm using vinyl. I like vinyl. It's very shiny. All I'm using is a piece of wire, and just put a good dose of vinyl on there. Don't be afraid to really coat that. Take any of the excess. But I really like that little vinyl. That really, just let me move my vise up real quick so you can see that. That really helps the vinyl. Really locks your thread in place there. And this is the finished fly. Great fly for panfish and trout. Thanks for watching, and tight lines to all.